Hello, beautiful people. Let's see what this lunar eclipse in Virgo has in store for us. And make sure that you watch this on my YouTube channel if you're interested in the personal cards that I do for each modality sign. For example, I'll be doing the cardinal signs first, then mutable, then fixed signs. Cardinal signs, for example, are the Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, Aries, and you know the rest. All right, so also, like, comment, and subscribe. You already know what the fuck to do. Yes, let's get into this. So, our cards for this lunar eclipse are the Devil, the Hermit, Two of Swords, and the Fool card. And last but not fucking least, we have here the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the fucking deck. Yes, let's get into it. So, there's a sense of fearlessness here, especially here, starting off with this Devil card. A sense of taking a leap through fear and being open to the path that is inevitably revealing itself at this time for us collectively, okay? But more internally this time around in this eclipse season, because the last one was an Aquarius and it was very much a collective reading in itself, a message for the collective. So also a sense of persevering without the need for external validation is important. There's a knowing that all the past, present, and future difficulties are worth it because they not only awaken our own power, they also give us fuel for what's to come, which is beautiful. This also all allows us to learn what we can do to self-sustain. Sustainability in general is it with this eclipse. How we can really love ourselves is important. When to act and when to surrender is very important. There's a strong sense of knowing who we are and where we stand, the role we play in our lives, and the power, strength, and responsibility of that. Because of this sense of lack of shame, this ability to accept the self more openly, we're able to confront something within at this time, head on. We're able to make peace with past wounds and gain clarity from them as time continues, which will give us satisfaction and fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. This message screams surrendering within towards self-expansion and liberation through feeling profound emotions, not running away from them at all. And with this Hermit card, for a lot of us, what we need to confront may be revealed and catalyzed in us through our relationships. There's a sense of this having a focus on relationships. There are things we need to change in this area of our lives as well. We should ask ourselves what truly sustains and nurtures our well-being, not just physically and mentally, but also spiritually and relationally. Not just our relation to other people, but also the world that surrounds us, our beliefs, our values, the intricate process of our growth as a being. It's becoming eminent the need to stand up and fight for oneself and to fall in love with that journey in a way which fuels our self-devotion. And as we fight for our personal truth, we are fighting for the collective truth. So with this Two of Swords here, may this all remind us that some of our greatest collective superpowers are our ability to take care of ourselves and each other, and our joy within and the joy we share. We must continue to speak and stand up for those who need it, understanding the injustices we're facing as a collective. We're in this together. Some of what may be revealed to us may have to do with how we have given in to the system's oppressions, the ways we may have subconsciously submitted to these oppressive narratives. We're given the opportunity to liberate ourselves. There's also opportunity for healing in relationships and going for what you really want and preparing to embody what you desire to attract. Okay, think Empress energy, creativity in kind of a receptive mode, not too much action, just bish, I will see. So with the Fool card, make sure you're doing what you can to feel safe and continuing to move forward with creativity and joy regardless. The world is changing, and it unfortunately may get worse before it gets better. We need to prepare, okay? Remember what I said in the last video, we must stay solution oriented, especially with this Two of Swords, the Fool card. It's very much like really discerning the truth, discerning what to do next, discerning how to move forward, and staying in a place where we feel things out, okay? I say that it's time we get serious about growing our own food. Also, sharing our different cultural beliefs and practices feels important at this time to help us move forward as a collective. Okay, this message is kind of short, but didn't want to be talking too much anyways. So let's get into the fucking personal cards. So the cardinal signs we have here, the cheetah, the fucking blazing hot fire cheetah. The cheetah is solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from within this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient, competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. So after that, after the cheetah, the card at the bottom of the fucking deck is the fish. And then following is the oyster, dolphin, eagle, camel, bear, crow, rabbit, mouse, dragon. So with that being said, I feel like cardinal signs, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, Aries. There's a sense of needing to know that you are successful, and like you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to feel like you are needing to be in constant movement to feel like you're successful, to feel like you've achieved something. Like just do it. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't hide anything with that oyster card. And with the dolphin, like it's almost like you don't know that you're actually doing great for yourself and to catalyze others to be themselves and be great also. And yeah, it's sort of like you're going through this big transformation. You're needing to go through this big transformation to be able to recognize yourself, recognize who you truly are, recognize your power. And yeah, like I said, just not being doom-minded, not thinking that what you're doing is not enough, you know, like you got to do more and more. Yeah, like bitch, you're on the right track. All right, just keep going, keep being yourself, and you got this. So for the mutable signs, we have here the dragonfly. So this is for Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. All right, so dragonfly, the master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. So underneath that, at the bottom of the deck from that dragonfly card is the elk, the lamb, the gazelle, horse, beaver, lion, earthworm, phoenix, shark, owl, fire ant, just in case that one of y'all might have this deck or whatever. But so the dragonfly, it's important that you take time to maybe meditate and do some mental exercises that kind of bring you more into a state of curiosity and openness to what is really happening. Because it seems like maybe there's something that you need to take care of, or that you're going to kind of realize as you're taking care of something, or about you taking care of something, or being kind of a caretaker or someone who helps others in a way. Maybe helping others to not feel like they need to be hypervigilant, or maybe you may be feeling hypervigilant and kind of overly taking care of those you love. But it's important, yeah, to, with the horse card, to kind of free yourself, have a sense of freedom, and expand yourself into a sense of freedom. Maybe you'll figure out and have like a light bulb moment that kind of allows you to feel liberated in a sense. And yeah, it's sort of like also getting out. Like I feel like that what I had mentioned earlier about relationships and going for what you actually want rings true with this card for you guys. Because with the earthworm card, it's like getting out of a comfort zone, kind of being shy. But then the shark is a card about showing your natural instincts or way of being, and your desires, like kind of like showing the truth of what's really going on and what you really wanted, without, like it just kind of radiates out from your mannerisms and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's sort of like you're meant to have some sort of light bulb moment, some sort of clarity moment where you realize something in regards to you maybe being a caretaker or helping people out in a certain way, being kind of action oriented and helping others out, and that in itself sort of liberating. Freedom. Okay? All right, so for the fixed signs, you have here the moth. This is for Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. So the moth is impulsive, hasty, wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. When in balance, enthusiastic, whimsical. When out of balance, idealizes others, jittery. To bring into balance, finish a fucking project. Finish what you fucking started. So the cards underneath the moth card were the cheetah, bee, fox, lamb, buffalo, phoenix, shark, elephant, nightingale, crocodile, frog, vulture. So there's a sense of being okay with where you are, and you need to be okay with where you are. You need to know that you need to be okay with where you are instead of wishing for more. Because with the dragonfly, with the cheetah being underneath the moth card, the cheetah is already successful. The cheetah is already achieving no matter what. And people recognize that no matter what without them even trying, okay? So there's a sense of you needing to understand that you don't need more, you don't need to be more, and life doesn't need to be more shiny. Things are going the way that they should be. And with the bee card after the cheetah, the bee card has to do with other people, other beings coming in together to kind of work together and be happy to work together and being happy to contribute. Okay, so know that you are helped. Know that you have your divine team, angels, guides, ancestors helping you and pushing you and guiding you. You're not alone. You're successful no matter what. You don't need to try hard. You don't need to try hard, okay? And also with the fox, this could have to do with relationships, because the fox is a relationship card. So somehow this could have to do with relationships, maybe with the lamb after the fox. Somehow maybe you will gain some sort of light bulb moment from someone close to you that will help you realize that, because especially with the buffalo card after that, the buffalo card has to do with accepting where you are, really not letting the downfalls, the disappointments, the difficulties to bring you down, and really just being grateful for what is happening, and yeah, just having a sense of acceptance of life and how it's going, okay? So I really think that you are going through some transformative time where you're seeing who you truly are, and you're seeing your power through how you naturally behave. Maybe you will gain some light bulb moment through a connection with someone and how they are expressing to you that you're reacting to something or something along those lines, you know. But yeah, there's a sense of you just needing to accept life and be grateful for where you are, even though the world is crumbling down. But bitch, we get up and we go harder. All right, yes, this is it. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, fucking subscribe. I love you so much. I hope that this helped you and found you well. I hope that you have a blessed eclipse season. And I'll fucking see you in the next one.